Hello everyone, I hope you're all good. Today's video will hopefully be an interesting one. I wanted to compare some of Daniel Smith's cadmium hues to some genuine cadmium pigments. So as you can see, the genuine cadmium pigments are all Schmincke Horadam watercolors. No particular reason for that, I just happen to have a wider selection of them available to me at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to start by painting out the Daniel Smith hues first. And first up is Cadmium Yellow Light Hue, made from PY53, PY138 and PY3. Yeah, this one seems okay. It's a nice vibrant light yellow. It also is a little bit opaque, like a cadmium should be. Yeah, it looks alright. And now onto Cadmium Yellow Medium Hue. And this is a mix of PY53, PY151 and PY83. Again, the colour seems okay. Yeah, a little opaque again. Yeah, so far pretty good. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how these dry. And next we have Cadmium Yellow Deep. So it's a two pigment mix this time. It's PY53 and PY83. So all these cadmium hues contain PY53, which is nickel titanate yellow. I'm guessing that's to imitate the opacity of the cadmium pigments. And now we have the cadmium orange hue. This is a mix of PY53, PO73 and PY83. So I don't really use cadmium orange, so can't comment yet if this is a good imitation, but yeah, it looks alright to me. Next is Cadmium Red Scarlet Hue. It's made from PY53, PR254 and PY83. Yeah, I think this one looks really nice. I'm going to be comparing this one to Schmincke's Cadmium Red Light. I think they should be a similar colour, kind of the orange leaning red. And the final Daniel Smith hue I have here is Cadmium Red Medium Hue, and it's made from PY53 and PR254. And this one looks really good to me. It's nice and vibrant, well, at least when it's wet. It might change when it's dry. Okay, now to move on to the Schmincke cadmium pigments. First we have Cadmium Yellow Light. This is PY35. Now I might be a bit biased as I love cadmium watercolors, but yeah, this feels so much nicer to paint out than the hue version. Next is Cadmium Yellow Medium, which is also PY35. Yeah, it looks much more vibrant when it's wet, though I think it might be closer in colour to the Daniel Smith when it dries. And next we have Cadmium Yellow Deep. This is a two pigment mix of PY35 Cadmium Yellow and PO20 Cadmium Orange. So I think this one looks quite similar to the Daniel Smith. Could be a tiny bit more orange. We'll have to see when it's dry. Next is Cadmium Orange Deep. And this one's PO20. Yeah, this one looks quite a bit more vibrant than the Daniel Smith. Of course, that doesn't mean much until it's dry. Yeah, we shall see. And next is Cadmium Red Light. This is made from PR108. This is the kind of orange leaning red that I usually keep in my palette. Well, the Rembrandt version of this colour. It doesn't get used all that often, but yeah, I like to have it there just in case I need it. And finally we have Cadmium Red Middle. And this is also PR108. Yeah, this looks like a really good cadmium red. Okay, that's all of them painted out, and here they are in daylight when completely dry. So I definitely think Daniel Smith have done a pretty good job at replicating the colour of the cadmiums, but for me there's still something kind of special about the real cadmium pigments. I mean, it might all just be in my head, but I feel like they just paint out so nicely, and the way they react and flow on the wet paper is quite different from the Hues. Of course, if you're someone who has concerns about the toxicity or environmental impact of the cadmiums, then these could be a good option, I guess. Though personally, I think I'd avoid these cadmium Hues altogether. I mean, they're Series 3, so they're not exactly cheap. I'm pretty sure that Daniel Smith have something else in their huge range that will do a similar job. So what do you think about these cadmium Hues? Do you have any experience using them, or using cadmium Hues from any other artist grade browns? I also haven't tried mixing with them yet, so I'd be very interested to hear how they react in mixes. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye bye.